MMA Rants and Raves, Conor McGregor versus Jose Aldo for the UFC Featherweight Championship of the world. Guys, let's talk about this fight. You know something? I've spoken about fighters that en route to their championship run, they just made fights look easy. They just showed that they're on another level against their competition. And a couple of guys come to mind, Junior Dos Santos and Chris Weidman. The guys that they fought, I mean, they just made it look easy. They were so dominant on their way to the championship that you just knew that they were going to win. And they actually did it quite easily, if you remember. I'm kind of looking at the same thing here. This Conor McGregor guy, I don't know much about him. I did see his last fight against Dennis Siver, and I know that Dennis Siver is a very tough guy. And the way he was fighting him, it just made it look like he was making it look easy. You know, like the other guy wasn't relevant. You know what I'm saying? And Siver was bringing it. You know, he was using his striking, his wrestling, but, you know, he got finished. And I'm like, wow, you know, this guy is really tough. He hits very hard. He has really fast hands. And he's a really big featherweight, too, so he uses his size as well. But I'm telling you, this guy is, I mean, he's the real deal. He just makes fights look easy. In his past fights, his opponents were very tough, and he got early finishes. Now, of course, he's facing Jose Aldo, and Jose Aldo has one of the longest title runs. He has the longest title run as a featherweight. He's been the most dominant featherweight in UFC history. But he's had to face adversity. I mean, his fight against Mendes was tough. Mark Hominick almost got a finish at the end of that fight. And of course, he has issues with his cardio. I mean, his weight cutting and things like that. So, you know, you just don't know what's going to happen. And it's a 5-round fight, too. I would say McGregor's cardio looks pretty good. I think that's a factor here. And of course, McGregor is a larger fighter. Maybe a reach situation, which may be a problem for Aldo. But, you know, Aldo is just so good that it's really hard to say. And of course, Aldo has that takedown defense, but then again, it's not like McGregor is going for takedowns all the time. This is a guy that likes to strike. So it's not like that's really going to help him. He's going to have to strike with this guy, and he's going to have to deal with the size, the reach, the power, the aggression, and of course, and the cardio. That's another thing. It seems like McGregor, well, of course, you know, he hasn't been in a 5-round fight. We don't know how he's going to deal with a guy that he can't put away, which may happen with Aldo. So I'm going to go with a prediction here. I got Conor McGregor to win this fight. I would like to know what you think about the fight. Please leave your comments. Please like up this video. Please subscribe. And thank you for tuning in.